All right, we are live. Ray, were you good with audio?
Yeah, you sound great.
All right, awesome, buddy. All right, well, let me get my house in order here, and we'll kick this thing off. So I'll let you handle questions. If anything comes up or people have any issues, you can just stop me.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're just going to blaze through a lot of content. All
Hey
right.
guys, wait, really quick. I just enabled chat. Can everybody hear from Nino and myself? Okay. Can type in chat really quick, letting us know if we're coming through loud and clear. Anybody? Do you know how people can type in chat? It's right hand side, right?
Yeah, did you enable it?
I did. Yeah. I see 8 raised hands.
There's a new thing with webinars on air. There's a delay of about 30 to 60 seconds. I don't
There we
know.
go. Hello, thumbs up. Okay, good. Got it.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to put up with a little bit of a delay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Google added the delay. I don't know why.
All right. I
All
think
right,
you're okay. So let's rock and roll.
all right, let me share my screen and we'll be good. Full screen. Sweet. All right, guys. So figuring out technology a little bit. I'm trying a new thing with two cameras, so I'm not so disconnected from the presentation, and so you guys can view my beautiful face while I'm doing this thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. All right, guys. So welcome to tonight's webinar. Tonight is really about starting over. For me, we've finished No Excuses, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And of course, it was an incredible event. The star power was there, the biggest earners in this industry, lots of content. I mean, people had their minds blown literally with the information, the training, the networking. But it's during this time when we have a full year going into No Excuses, preparing everybody, where we kind of need to reset a little bit and really need to keep people focused, especially beginners, because we as advanced marketers tend to forget that beginners and people who have not made their first dollar online are actually the majority of people. And so those are the people we actually need to talk to most. Everybody else that's having some success and getting results, that's a minority, and they're a powerful minority because those are the up and comers, the people that are going to be leaders in whatever field they're trying to be leaders in. But at the same time, we don't want to neglect which is everyone else, which is the majority of the people that need this training the most. And oftentimes as marketers, we tend to get ahead of ourselves and talk about stuff that really the majority out there does not need. They don't need to be looking at. And so what this webinar is about focusing you on the things that come first that are critical. They were critical in our business and they're critical for everybody else in producing your first dollars online, whether it's a few $100s, a few $1,000s. For many people, their first $10,000 that can happen very quickly once they stay focused on certain specific strategies. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about exactly what you need to focus on first and not focus on, quite frankly. So on this webinar, we want to be brutally honest with you, and we need your permission to be brutally honest. And Ray, I need you to reset people are going to have people raise their hands just so people are following me. I know there's a delay, but do the best you can and just reset the count and let me know if you have any issues. But I want to get your permission to be brutally honest with you, meaning we're not going to be PC, meaning we may contradict what you're currently thinking right now. We may contradict what other leaders have told you, but it comes from our heart. It really comes because we actually feel that it's what you need to hear and what you need to take action on. So you may not like what we have to say. Our colleagues may not like it either because they're focused on a lot of different gadgets and a lot of advanced stuff, which because they're obviously 6- and 7-figure earners in our business, they can do that. But the problem is they're teaching that to everybody, which really shouldn't. It's not the first step. So our colleagues may not like our message either. And the final thing you need to agree on, and I say it to yourself, say it out loud, you need to agree to take action on what we're going to teach you right now, because this is an important thing. I learned this lesson the hard way, as I'll share in a story, but we learned this lesson the hard way of not following what our mentors and teachers are actually giving us to do, and we think we can shortcut it. And as you find out, shortcuts don't work. So if you all agree, we'll move on. Awesome. All right, so we're coming off a very huge Vegas event, the No Excuses Summit in Las Vegas. This is a picture. We'll actually be releasing the photos of No Excuses very, very soon. But you'll have an opportunity to tag yourself if you're at the event and kind of like get an if you weren't there, you're gonna get a little bit of what it was like to be there, just from an atmosphere and from the people that got to network with each other. But also, you need to know, if you're brand new, a lot of people on this webinar have never heard of us. They've never heard of No Excuses. Well, Ray and I, well, we're going to go into a little bit of our story, but we've done a few things in this industry, and we're basically the host and the co-founders of the biggest event in this industry, and we've also recently partnered up with our mentors. As you'll hear the story, our mentors, the people that got us started, who we looked up to, who really at the time we looked on to like they were celebrities, are now our partners. And so it goes to show you how far we've come. And where you're sitting right now, if you're brand new or haven't had your first success, is where we were sitting just 6 years ago. So it's pretty incredible to be going from a home business and trying to figure out HTML to now running a huge event. As you see there on the bottom left, you see Ray and I on the stage, but also you get a glimpse as to the type of crew that we need in order to put on this event. And it would not have been possible with our mentors, and it would not have been possible without following the direction of what I'm about to show you on this webinar. So you're here plain and simple. There's no going around it. There's no fuzzy way of saying it. You here because first and foremost you need traffic and leads, and we're going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to do that. We're going to give you a blueprint, map it out for you very simply. But it's not the traffic and leads that you really care for. It's you want those leads to convert to revenue from your business, cash, something you could use to reinvest back in your business, or use to pay off bills, or maybe you have a grander vision for your business. Regardless of whether your goals are small or big, they all involve money. And you want some clarity and actually some simplicity so you can achieve those goals very quickly. And this webinar is about doing things very quickly. So you want to produce these results fast, and we're going to give you the blueprint. But like I said, it's not going to involve anything fancy. You might even be disappointed as to how simple our blueprint is, but it does require work, and you need to realize that. But also, you need to get in touch with what you really want to accomplish here. It's not the leads, it's not the money, it's not even your jungle juice or whatever you're promoting through your business. What you really want has to do with something personal. It has to do with your lifestyle, it has to do with your family, it has to do with who depends on you to make sure this business is a success. And if you have that why, if you have that person or people or individuals in your life whom you're really doing this for, then you need to get serious about that connection between your business and them. Regardless if they're supporting you or not, you're doing it for them. And for that reason, you need to really take what we're going to tell you seriously and follow this blueprint. Don't stray from it. The biggest mistake you can make is to blow off Ray and Fernie on this webinar and basically say, you know what, I've done that stuff. It's too simple. I need something more cutting edge. And when every time somebody tries to get ahead of themselves and tries to be cutting edge, they fail. I've seen it over and over and over again. We were at a party where one of our potential students said, oh, I want to do affiliate marketing, I want to do MLM, I want to do direct sales, and I want to JV with this person. They were all over the place. They hadn't made $1, and we told them, you need to focus. You need to pick one thing first and make that work. And he refused to hear that message. And guess what we said? We said, well, I guess we should part ways. We basically fired our client because he wasn't willing to listen to us. And guess what? A year from now, he'll probably still be in the place he's at. So you need to really take to heart what we're saying, because it's directly tied to what you want to accomplish and the people you want to help. Now, what you will learn, getting down to brass tacks, is you will learn how we made our first $10,000 online. Notice I didn't say 100,000 or a million, 10K, and how we made it online. And we didn't make it very fast either, and that's an important lesson. Things take time. You're also going to learn how all top producers in our home business industry started making money, and we have actual proof, they're in their own words. They tell you how they made how they made their money, and for every single one of them, it's exactly the same. And you're going to discover our number one offer we recommend right now, today, in 2013, not last year. And some of this information on this webinar might seem familiar to you, but it's revised because it's revised for 2013. And we're going to tell you the number one offer we recommend for fast leads and fast cash for your business. And we're going to give you the formula we used back then in 2006 when we got started, and we still use today to have built our 7-figure business. And we're going to take you into a look inside all our traffic generation methods. Actually, not all of them, a few of them, our key ones that we're using right now, which you actually can get started with after this webinar. This is about speed of implementation, and we want you to do that. It's going to take work, and over the next 30 days, we're going to ask you to implement. And also, at the end of this webinar, if you'd like, we'll tell you about an opportunity where we can personally help you make your first $25,000 online. Does that sound pretty good? Raise your hands if that's cool. All right, awesome. So we're going to tell you everything you need to do, lay out the blueprint, and if after that, if you want our personal help, we'll tell you about an opportunity that's going on, and we'll call it a night. So, but before we get to the fun stuff, we got to address a problem here, because like I alluded to, today you are told to learn copywriting, capture pages, sales pages, video sales letters, video production, social media, Kindle ebook marketing, blogging, shopping carts, upsells, downsells, merchant accounts, gateways, automated webinars, mobile apps, mobile advertising. It keeps getting, the breadth of everything that's it's online keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's getting kind of ridiculous. And that's exactly the problem. There are too many bells and whistles, too many opportunities of different ways of marketing, and it's become very confusing, very overwhelming, and we want to address that. Our bold prediction, because right now a lot of you have spent a lot of money, a lot of time on trying to implement all these things and try to fit it together like a puzzle, but you don't know how the puzzle fits together. I mean, Ray, can you quickly share that story about that event you were at, where the guy was telling you about SEOing within his YouTube account and all this other stuff?
Yeah, that actually really was the eye-opening for me, and I brought it back to the team. It really made us look back at our business model and think, what are we doing teaching people the advanced stuff? That was the moment for us, because it really helped us shift back to the basics. And it was an event actually in Florida, and it's filled with a lot of marketers, most of whom were pretty new to the industry. And as one of our bonuses, I showed up because for myself, we actually gave away a free mastermind where they can basically come into the room and basically ask questions, pick our brains for a couple of hours, and hang out for a bit. So we had a room of a couple dozen basically marketers, most of whom were new. And just remember, they were asking really interesting questions. That would be a nice way of putting it. And they're basically, what they're doing is they're taking buzzwords like SEO, buzzwords like branding, like like PPC, like social media. They're taking all those different buzzwords and trying to string them together. And they're asking us the most interesting questions, like how do I SEO my YouTube video and have it show up both on my Facebook and my blog? Or how do I run PPC? Again, I can't remember all the things they're saying, but it was pretty apparent, obvious. They had no idea what those buzzwords really meant. And beyond that, they had no idea what those different things, how they work together. And that's really what encouraged Fernando and myself to look back at what we're doing and how to basically take a step back and go back to the fundamentals, the basics.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, bottom line is we obviously saw this issue where people are getting way ahead of themselves before they make their first dollar. And our bold prediction is, like Ray said, as a beginner, if you attempt to learn all the marketing components I just named all at once, you will not succeed. And you will go broke. I guarantee you will go broke if you try to do everything at once. We know because we tried. Remember, if you guys know our story, you know when we started, we spent $150,000 before we had our breakthrough year and started doing really well. A lot of that money was unnecessary. A lot of that investment was unnecessary. Do we regret it? No, because obviously it led to something good. but it's led to also an important lesson we can impart on you. So avoid the craziness, avoid getting tied up in all these different marketing strategies, because quite frankly, all you need to make your first commissions or first have your first success online is what is on this webinar. You don't need any other course. Sorry, not that you don't need any other course. This webinar will give you the blueprint, and it will tell you exactly which courses you should take a look at and which courses to completely ignore. You don't need to be going into the mobile app space if you're trying to build a network marketing business. The first thing you need in a network marketing business is leads. So focus on leads, and we're going to show you how to do that. And quite frankly, most other businesses, most home businesses, the beginning point is also acquiring leads and prospects for that business before you can generate income. So we took a poll, and this was actually last year. It was right before Live the Dream. And again, some of you guys might recognize some of this content from that event. But I guarantee we've updated it for 2013. But the point is still the same. We took the poll and we put it on Facebook. I said, we asked, my experience and the experience of what most marketers I've spoken to is when they got started online, they had their first success by driving traffic to somebody else's offer as an affiliate or rep before moving on to creating their own offers. Is this true for you? And top earner after top earner said, yep, absolutely. I've had my first 5-figure month promoting replicated sites. Brian Finale said, easy answer. You have to start leveraging somebody else's offers, websites, and products, whatever, when you're getting started. You don't know anything and bring no value to the table. How in the world is a brand new internet marketer supposed to create their own offers? He goes on, but you guys get the point. And C, correct. And C is saying this. I became a successful marketer by promoting somebody else's stuff first. Not small either, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff. So Diane Hockman, me too, started out promoting courses from MLM pros, making gobs of cash plus generating super hot leads. So in the process of making money, she was generating leads for her business. Hello. Rob Four and Loris Tam, two of the biggest earners in our space right now. Rob Four, absolutely. We got started by promoting Amazon and eBay products, tangibles, then moved on to info affiliate products, and finally packaged that up as a system as our own product. Then it was game on. Obviously, he took his business to the next level at that point, but he made tons of cash. Lawrence Tam, same thing. I know Lawrence's story. His biggest year was this past year and a half, where he's approaching $1 million in sales, not through his own products. It was promoting somebody else's stuff. Tracy Walker, the same thing. She just bought a Maserati a few months ago, promoting somebody else's stuff, not trying to promote her own stuff. She says, I definitely promoted other people's products. I didn't have the skill yet to make my own. I didn't have the network to help me promote something else either. Lastly, I didn't have the money to invest in product development or market testing. Most of you are in that same situation. You can't afford to be experimenting with your own stuff before you know what you're doing. Michelle Pescosolito, another one, same different person, same advice. Yes, that's where we got our start, drove traffic to MLSP capture page, leverage your system until I mastered the traffic side of things first. Our story is really no different. When we first got started online, we found a course by the name of Magnetic Sponsoring. It was a book. At the time it was less than $40, written by Mike Dillard. And at the time we were disgruntled engineers, but more importantly, which is a story you guys can relate with, we were frustrated Amway IBOs looking for answers. We obviously were lacking success in our business, very frustrated. Did the whole home meeting thing, hotels. Ray and I once drove from LA to Portland and back in a little Fiat or a little foreign vehicle that barely fit the two of us, much less our luggage. We did all that stuff, and obviously we had it. And we stumbled upon Magnetic Sponsoring online in 2006 by accident. And I found it, and then I sent the link over to Ray, and Ray took a few weeks to actually go through it because he was skeptical. Ray's a skeptical guy, so if you're skeptical, Ray can definitely relate to you. But the point is, he eventually caught the vision, and we got to work. But what's interesting is that after we're blown away by the content within Mike's course, he cast this grand vision, and for the first time, we were really, truly excited and in love with our business and our industry. But despite the grand vision of possibly making 6 figures or $1 million, he only had 2 instructions for us. He only told us to do 2 things. The first thing was read a course on Google AdWords, on basically PPC, marketing, search PPC. And the other direction he gave us was go advertise magnetic sponsoring on Google. That was it. Here we are thinking we're here in our business. We're trying to build Amway at the time, silly us. But his first instructions had nothing to do with our Amway business. And I mean, it goes to show you the wisdom of what he had told us to do. And I'll impart that wisdom right now. He introduced us to a concept called the magic slot machine. And within magnetic sponsoring, the reason he told us to promote magnetic sponsoring is because it converted. It actually, you can drive traffic to their offer, it'll convert, and you can make some money. And magnetic sponsoring was our magic slot machine. The concept was, you put money in, and you get more money out than you invested. It's plain and simple. It's like clockwork every single time. That's why it's magic. You never lose. And you found your magic slot machine when you find a converting offer, and that's your magic slot machine. Write this down, guys. Finding a converting offer is like finding a magic slot machine. Magnetic sponsoring was our converting offer. That was our magic slot machine. And I'll show you how that was possible. But this is an important point, because now, as a beginner, you need to find your magic slot machine. That's the first thing you need to do. And naturally, Mike said that your magic slot machine is my course. Just promote it, and we'll go from there. So an offer, I want to quickly define an offer for you, because the magic slot machine is the offer that Mike allowed us to promote on his behalf. So an offer simply means to make available or to place on sale. Mike had something on sale. For the internet marketing world, it's offering something of value in exchange for either contact information. So if you're in direct sales MLM, contact information is very valuable, because that could lead to showing the business presentation. That could lead to you generating some revenue. Or it simply means you put something offer something on the internet, an ebook or something, and you make some money. So our magic slot machine, our quest to find our magic slot machine, even though we really didn't have a quest, Mike had already told us what it was, and we didn't quite pay attention to what he was exactly telling us. Our first attempt, and this is again going back to what he told us to do, we failed to study anything. So we failed at listening to Mike's first instruction, which is study a course on AdWords or PPC. So we didn't study anything. We're engineers. We're smart enough to figure this out. And then we spent $1,000 on PPC ads. So $1,000 on PPC ads, and our return in commissions was $100. So obviously that wasn't a good ROI. And it's quite deflating, quite disappointing when you're excited. You think you got something, and in your first attempt at promoting what Mike said was our magic slot machine, it wasn't our magic slot machine. But rather than blame Mike, we had to blame ourselves, because we didn't listen to what he told us. So our lesson, number one, from that experience was listen to your mentors, trusted mentors, which is what I told you at the beginning of this webinar. You need to trust. If you're going to be sitting through this entire webinar, you need to trust us. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless to be listening to all this information and not have that trust, because you're not going to do what we tell you. So we humbled ourselves and decided to listen to Mike. And the other lesson was that there are no shortcuts. Shortcuts will cost you money, and this was a huge lesson. We tried to take a shortcut by not educating ourselves, not investing in ourselves through a course that Mike directed us to, and it cost us more money than if we had actually invested in that course. And that course that we ultimately invested in was, so of course, that's the $700 in MLM traffic formula, another one of Mike's courses. But specifically, this was a course also co-written by Tim Irway, one of Mike's business partner and one of our original mentors. And actually, Tim Irway was Mike's mentor. Tim Irway is the kingmaker in our industry. If you look at the lineages of who's helped who, Tim Irway is at the top every single time. And Tim is responsible for Mike's success. And through Tim, we learned traffic. We learned how to do PPC ads, along with a bunch of other stuff through Traffic Formula. Incredible course. And if you see on that picture, the reason the MLM part is blacked out is because I used to carry this course around at work, and I carried it around at work, but I didn't want people to read MLM on it because I was actually, whenever I got a chance, I would open it up and study it while I was at work. So there you go. That's why it's blacked out, not because I was ashamed or anything. uh, and the second thing I did, following Mike's advice, was purchase and study the traffic course on pay-per-click. It cost about a couple $100. So there you go. It's an investment of $700 after having lost basically $900 by not listening to your mentors. So lesson learned. We paid for that lesson dearly. Attempt number 2 in finding our magic slot machine was we learned to drive traffic, and now we're educated. We spent $30 on PPC ads, made $320. So quite the ROI. Obviously, we were stoked. We're like, this thing works. This is freaking awesome. And at that point, we were believers. We were in hook, line, and sinker. And this is what we're trying to get you on this webinar to the point. You want to get you to this point so you can achieve what the results we were able to achieve when we got started. And the talk of six figures and 7 figures is awesome, and that's where you want to get headed to. But everything starts, even for us today, even with Ray, every single campaign we start with traffic results in $10, $100, eventually 1,000, and so forth. Every single campaign starts that way. And so if us at our level, we're starting this way, why should it be any different for you? So, and then attempt number 3, cha-ching. Attempt number 4, cha-ching. It kept going like this for 2 years until obviously the game changed with Google AdWords. If you know anything about that era, Google AdWords stopped liking our industry and also stopped liking the way some of the things we do to market. But that's fine. For 2 years, we were making free money using this magic slot machine. And there's always a magic slot machine. There's always an offer there around the industry that's working for somebody. And the first thing you need to do is find your magic slot machine like we did today, because this gives you breathing room. Now that we were making this money, in our first year, it's nothing to write home about. We're not millionaires yet. Our first year, we made $10,000 and did this for 2 years, and that gives us some breathing room and some money to invest further in our education. So we learned traffic. We kept rinse and repeat. We kept doing what Mike said. Learned a new traffic source. We became masters at SEO, as many of you know. We even dabbled with Craigslist and a bunch of other stuff, driving into the magnetic sponsoring offer. And what was beautiful about driving it to something that's already working, already converting, that a professional marketer has taken and tested, is that when they make new offers, you already sent them business, and if it's a trusted marketer, then when they make new offers to the people you referred to them, then it results in more money. So we just didn't make our money from magnetic sponsoring. We made it from black belt recruiting. We made it from building on a budget. We made it from MLM traffic formula. Now, some of you may, and so on. Now, as you'll see, we're going to talk about all the courses that are available within magnetic sponsoring, and we've made money off of every single course in their library without exception over the past 6 years. And for us, this is free money. But don't take me wrong. Through this whole process, we didn't just stop and enjoy the money and, Ray, here's your 5K for the year. Fernie, here's your 5K, and we went to Vegas. That's not how it worked. We were working as this magic slot machine was going, and we were reinvesting this money, and that's how you should start.
Well, not only were we working, we're also learning as well. We're learning what we're basically earning, essentially, what I like to say, right?
Absolutely. And that's the whole point. A lot of people are just learning, and they're earning jack. So you're absolutely right. This is the whole point. This is the point. This is the first step. If your business does not look what's on the screen, like what's on the screen right now, forget magnetic sponsoring. If it's another offer, if it doesn't look like this first, with a simple 10K, a month or a year, then you haven't gotten anywhere. You haven't taken that first step. So from that was a stepping stone into a lot of other things. You want to talk about what happens when you start getting some success is people notice. And at this point is now we got Mike's attention, we got Tim Irway's attention because we're producing results. We're one of their top affiliates, and they invite us to be. A lot of people today don't know this, but our first event that we ever basically planned and managed and created the content for was not no excuses. It was MLM Traffic Formula Live on behalf of Magnetic Sponsoring and Mike and Tim. And Ray, we did 90%, 95% of the teaching for that event. I think Mike did like 5% of the training.
Well, that's, what's more interesting to that is Mike actually, we find this out after the fact, sneaky Mike, he actually invited quite a few other up-and-comers, some who are actually leaders that you know about today. And so they're essentially, we didn't know at the time, but we're competing with other coaches to be for that event. And so there were a handful of others that were basically Mike gave the same instructions to. The reason why we ultimately became instructors for that event is because we busted our behinds. Mike gave instructions, we went to work, and we went to work. It was hardcore. We had a very low amount of time to finish what he asked us to do. And I think what we ended up creating blew his mind. He didn't expect us to be so thorough in what we created. But
Yeah.
that's a side note is that ultimately it wasn't handed to us. We had to earn it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we wanted to create our own products. As many of you know, Attraction Marketing Formula continues to sell today. This is our front-end course, the beginner's course, if you will. And we'll tell you how to get access to that course if you want to learn some of those fundamentals we learned and implemented in the beginning. SEO Networker, huge product. We eventually became the top authorities and experts in this industry on SEO. And then traffic in general. Then came Traffic Playbook. We're actually on this webinar, we're going to talk to you about some of those traffic strategies and give you some actionable tips that you can use to get traffic for your business. But we share this story because we're showing you what's possible and the progression that your business should be following as well. We went on to create the biggest event in our space, No Excuses Summit. And not only that, it's like, imagine the incredible story of not only running this event, but partnering with your original mentors like we did this past year. So, I mean, looking back, it plays like a fairy tale story, but it didn't feel like a fairy tale because, we earned it. We worked for it. And this is possible for you too, but this is the big vision, but you can't forget what happens in the beginning. So why we succeeded in the beginning and why we succeeded today is pretty simple, and you need to take this to heart. We found an offer that worked, and on this webinar we will talk about the #1 offer we recommend right now that we're driving traffic to, that's working for us and can work for you as well. And we focus on driving traffic and promoting that offer first. As soon as Google AdWords stopped taking affiliate links, what did we do? We as you'll see, we created a simple page that was unique so that we can continue moving people into that offer because it was making us money. We weren't going to change something that wasn't working, so we're just moving with the times. So drive traffic to an existing offer. Don't worry so much about creating your own products or your personal branding and all that stuff. That happens after you make some money. And we kept things simple. Keep things as simple as possible. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't inject too many variables. The key thing that worked with the magnetic sponsoring offer was that you had master marketer Tim Irway and master marketer Mike Dillard in charge of the conversion, in charge of the product, in charge of upselling people. All we had to do was send traffic, meaning if our traffic didn't work, we knew it wasn't the offer. It was us. And in that first attempt that we did, if we had driven traffic to our own offer, created our own capture pages, our own funnel follow-up, and we had gotten that result, we wouldn't have known why it didn't work. We could have completely lost sight of the instructions that Mike gave us and thought, this traffic is fine, it might be the offer. No, we don't. At that point, we don't know because we've injected too many variables. So start with an existing offer that's converting before you try to create your own. Otherwise, you're just injecting more variables and you're not going to know what's working. Simplicity allows you to learn from your successes and your failures. You compartmentalize. I'm sorry, we're engineers. We kind of think in this way. Some of you guys are more emotional and that stuff, and that's cool. And that all that does is just multiplies some of these fundamentals you're learning now. So injecting your personality, all that stuff inflates your income because as long as you have some of these fundamentals. And so with simplicity, you can quickly figure out what's wrong and correct it like we did. We took us 2 attempts to make money. Many of you are in your 20th attempt. And that's a problem, meaning you have too many variables involved and you need to simplify. With us, attempt one, we quickly figured out what was wrong. It was us and not listening. And we corrected it, and then boom, make some money. So, and Albert Einstein, which I think most of us in the world, except for a few wackos, agree that he was a pretty smart dude, says any intelligent fool can make things more complex, bigger, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. So the lesson for you guys right now in this webinar, in case you're overwhelmed and caught up in all these different launches or products, or even if you were at no excuses and you saw a lot of possibilities but are kind of stuck, this webinar is for you. And what you should be getting out of it is learn to drive traffic to converting offer, then build your own stuff. That's pretty much the lesson of everything I just taught you, but need it to be ingrained in your mind. So meaning all this other cool stuff that's popular right now, put it on hold. Doesn't mean that's bad. It's all great stuff. People make a lot of money with it. But if you're getting started or haven't made your first dime on the internet, you're not ready for this. Even if you've been doing this for 5 years and haven't made money, it means you need to start ignoring this stuff and go back to some fundamentals. Now, we've chosen simplicity. Now there's a caveat to everything we just taught you. We choose simplicity, but there's one issue today which didn't exist in 2006. And that many ad networks, I've talked to you about what happened with Google, so that's just one issue. Because there's so many people online now, many ad networks want unique offers, meaning they don't want duplicate offers. They don't want you to simply direct people to a raw affiliate link. Some still do, but most don't. And they're concerned with the user experience. If someone searches on Bing or Google and they see the exact same offer being promoted on every single ad, obviously that's not enhancing the user experience. So some don't like MLM or make money offers. Let's face it, that's the reality of today's world, especially Google, which is why most marketers aren't on Google. It's very advanced marketers are able to swing that, but most can't. And so you shouldn't try as a beginner to be trying with messing with Google or anything. You should focus on first offers that will allow you to promote some affiliate stuff. But realize you're going to run into some situations like with Facebook. Many people with Facebook are running into now. They can't promote direct make money or MLM offers. So, but the good news is there's varying levels of strictness, and we want to, in a few moments, I want to teach you a few traffic strategies that you can promote right away, which have a very low level of requirements or strictness, so that you can get started with almost any offer. Now, the solution to this slightly more complicated traffic world is to build a simple funnel, a simple sales funnel, and I'll map it out in a diagram what this funnel should look like if you're brand new to this language. But a funnel is simply the sales process towards making an offer. So the offer that you're going to be using for that funnel is the same as before. It's a converting offer, something that's working, like what magnetic sponsoring did back in 2006 to 2008. That was a converting offer. When things got a little weird with Google, what did we do? Well, we simply created our own capture pages and an email follow-up sequence, but it directed people to the same converting offer, magnetic sponsoring. So at that point, we're building our list. So we elevated the complexity just a little bit so that we can please Google at the time or whatever other traffic strategy, but we still kept it as simple as possible. But the beautiful part about building a simple funnel is that now you have a USP. Now you have unique value that you can offer everyone in this industry who's brand new, and you can be their guide. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be, Maria, the internet network marketer, and pose yourself as that, because you're not. You're not anybody. You're getting started, but you have more knowledge than the new person that you're bringing in that's joining your list. So you can be their guide. You don't have to pretend to be somebody that you're not, and be available. Simply being somebody to talk to, being able to follow up with your leads on the phone. Our business is so big now that we don't have time to call our leads. We don't call our leads. So that is your unique selling proposition that you have over us. We only call our customers. For us, you can call your leads and have that as an advantage even over us, advanced marketers. The personal touch will always beat out technology. and be that mentor. Learn enough, invest in yourself, like we've talked, like we've already kind of like imparted that lesson. You need to invest in yourself so you can be that guide for everyone. So having a simple funnel, even if it's going to a replicated offer, an affiliate offer that's converting, you can still have massive value to offer people. So creating a basic sales funnel looks pretty much like this if you're brand new to all this stuff. There's traffic. We talked about traffic. You can get visitors from Google, Facebook. We'll talk about PPV in a little bit. Bing, video marketing, etc. And then you have to create a website so you can exchange value for information. So here, for this website, we use something called the capture page. And the capture page simply states a big benefit that people are going to get if they choose to opt in or join that newsletter. And they can just, so you're exchanging some valuable piece of information that you have in exchange for their contact info. And then you can follow up later and say, hey Mary, I saw you opted into my site and you were looking for information on XYZ. Is there anything I can help you with? You begin that relationship. That's all you need to know to follow up with leads in this world. And offer. The offer, like we said, is pretty simple. Something that's converting, something that's working, and we'll tell you what that's going to be in 2013. And you make money. However, if they don't buy right away, it's okay if they don't buy right away. You follow up through email. That's when an autoresponder is, where you subscribe to this service that allows you to send automated emails so that when somebody submits their contact information to the capture page, you can drip on people, more information. You can form that bond. You can tell people a little bit about you and some of the things they should look out for when they're getting started. Keep it simple, but keep it personal, and people will appreciate it, and then always direct back to the offer. And the huge advantage, like I said, that I mentioned, is you have the ability to call. If you have 5 leads, well, those are 5 leads you can call, follow up with right away, and I guarantee at least one of them will take you up on the offer because you're the first person that they've whose list they've opted into that actually gave them a call and said hello. You don't have to be salesy or anything. You're there to help. And you'll make money. And that's when you've made your first commission, is when you've figured out that this business can work. You've done it on a small scale. You made your first 10, 20, 50, $100, but now you know this thing works. It's real, and it's game on. So 90% of it is automated, obviously. That's the goal. And this is what a simple sales funnel looks like. It's not that complicated. Really, it's comprised of one page, some emails that come their email inbox. You don't have to create pages for that. And the offer is something that's somebody else's. You're directing them somewhere else. So obviously your website is 1 or 2 pages, maybe a thank you page to let them know they opted in, and that's it. So if you want to learn how to build funnels, this is our resource. We talked about Attraction Marketing Formula. Go to attractionmarketingformula.com. It's a $97 ebook, but right now it's on sale for $47 if you want to invest in it. But if you really want to get good at building funnels, highly recommend the Ultimate Sales Funnel and Marketing Mastery Bootcamp by Tim Irway. Currently on sale for $497. And if you want to really take it to the next level, Mark Hoverson's Irresistible Info Marketing Blueprint for $497. Now, we're telling you what the path that we've taken. We've invested in all these courses. We've gone through all these courses, and but if you want to have figure out a way to get these courses for free, then stick around and we'll show you how to get these and other magnetic sponsoring courses about conversion for free. But if you don't want to stick around to the end, then know if you want to get started with a simple funnel, these are the courses in this order that you should consider investing in. Now, some quick traffic ideas. So we talked about funnels. We talked about sending traffic to directly an offer. But if you're using some traffic methods that want something more unique, then we talked about how to create a simple funnel on your own, and we're giving you resources that you can go study right now to learn how to create that simple funnel. So now we're going to talk about traffic, and we're going to give you some quick traffic ideas on what you can do to start driving traffic as soon as tonight or even by tomorrow morning. First thing is Bing PPC. It's ever since Google went down as an option, people have kind of overlooked Bing, and it's still a great source of leads and traffic for people. And Bing is a search engine. It's owned by Microsoft. It's almost identical to Google with a few exceptions. And they have ads on the top and on the right side of any search that are relevant to what somebody is searching for. So if somebody's searching for MLM leads, obviously ads that are relevant to MLM leads are posted here, and you can be one of these advertisers. And so you can advertise on Bing right now. And it's keyword based, meaning it's high quality traffic, because you know exactly what that person is looking for. Therefore, your offer can be directly related to what they're looking for. So it's easy to get on and stay on. Basically, there's not really a high probability that you'll get Google slapped unless you're doing some shady stuff. And we're going to show you what the secret to getting on Bing is. A lot of people don't realize it, and they slam their head against the wall trying to get their ads approved for Bing so they can generate some traffic and leads, yet they don't know. The secret to getting on Bing is actually pretty simple. You pick up the phone and call your Bing rep, and they will tell you exactly how you get your page approved. Now, some of the things they will tell you is you need some specific disclaimers. So you need some specific disclaimers, which they'll give you. They'll tell you what you need. And you need a bypass link on the capture page. On that capture page, you need to have a link that gives them the ability to move on to the next page without opting in. And you can make it subtle, like how subtle we're making it here. It says, click here to go to the next page. Pretty simple. Most people don't even look at that link. Most people, it's kind of funny, the psychology, most people are afraid to click there because they don't want to miss out on what they can get if they opt in. So it's not a big deal to have that link there. It actually doesn't change results all that much. And the final thing is no autoplay videos. They're really anal about this. I don't know what their issue is with autoplay videos, but just don't do it. Otherwise, they're likely to kick you off of Bing. Just let your videos just have a play button and let the person landing on that page play it on their own. Ray, did I miss anything here as far as Bing? These are pretty good tips, right?
Yeah, that's most of it. That's the basics of it, yes. And also, as a side note, we tested a bunch of Bing capture pages. In terms of people actually clicking on that small bypass link, you're talking about pushing maybe 3% of people actually click on that link. So talking about minimum loss of traffic, loss of opt-ins, I guess you can say.
Got it. Cool. All right. So another one, you guys may have heard about this, and we promoted it because we believe in what Jeff Long and Kimbo are doing. When I talked about shiny objects and all that stuff that's going around the internet, this is one shiny object that actually works, and so I must admit that. Most of them do not work. And it works because we personally have tested it. We've actually made money with it, and it's pretty freaking awesome. It's called FB Post Magic or Post Magic, and it allows you to basically put up a video with an opt-in on your news feed. So you can post it on your profile and it appears in all your friends, or if you do it on behalf of your fan page, all your fans' news feeds, and they get to play a video that's making an offer of some kind, and they can opt in right there. So you don't even need a website in order to be able to generate leads. You don't even need to know traffic, because it's essentially your traffic is Facebook and your website is Facebook. So FB Post Magic, you can get free Facebook traffic. It doesn't require you to do paid. I think you can take these posts and promote them on Facebook and pay a little money if you want to give them some extra visibility. But essentially, you're turning your news feed into a capture page, or possibly even a sales presentation, because you can broadcast Google Hangouts like what we're doing right now. You can do it on FB Post Magic. No website is required. And it also has a built-in affiliate offer. We talked about finding a converting offer. This is one. It's converting. We know it because we tested it. So if you want to test this out and run with it, the conversions are great. You go to noexcusessummit.com/magic if you want to support us in our, help us make some commissions. Well, we've already made about $7,000, I believe, in sales over the course of the past couple months. So obviously we're not making $1 million. We're not gushing cash out of this, but it works. It converts and it's making it some money. It's not a business. You're not going to build a six-figure business around this. But if you're looking for leads and looking for some quick cash and to get things rolling like we talked about, which is your first goal as a brand new person, check out FB Post Magic. And if you want to use it for some advanced purposes, you can also have your own offer, like we did with No Excuses. So sorry, I screwed up my slide here a little bit, but let me just show everything and then we'll be good. All right, so you can promote unique offers through FP Post Magic as well. So the traffic are going to be your fans or friends, and Facebook is your website. So automatically, the first two things, traffic check, website check. The only thing you can't do is you can't collect phone numbers, at least not that I know of. So it's email only. So obviously you can't follow up through email. You can probably do some stuff after they've opted in, but obviously that adds a level of complexity. So no email. So you got to make sure your offer is pretty good. So we used it actually for the promotion of no excuses, and so did many of our affiliates. So for many people, the offer was the no excuses tickets, and they either sent them directly to our email autoresponder, so they didn't worry about emails, or maybe they created some of their own autoresponder messages. Either way, it's basically keeping it as simple as possible in the goal of making some commissions. So you can use their default offer, which is promoting FP Post Magic, or you can promote your own stuff using the service as well. Go to noexcusessummit.com/magic. There's plenty of training. So in case this stuff seems a little overwhelming, it's not. And I highly recommend it. Go check that out. I think they're shutting down their launch tomorrow. So discounts and bonuses and all that stuff expire tomorrow. So write that URL down. The next thing is pay-per-view marketing. We want to talk to you a little bit about one of our favorite traffic sources, and actually it's our highest volume traffic source, pay-per-view marketing. What this is essentially is pop-ups. Pop-ups that pop up on people's PCs whenever they're browsing something or going to a website that's relevant to what they're looking for. So it's pop-ups, and it gives you the ability to steal/borrow traffic from any other web pages on the internet, literally any web page. And we'll give you some examples. But what this amounts to is essentially there's gazillion, I don't know about gazillion, but there's definitely multiple billions of web pages on the internet that you can target that deal with exactly what it is you're selling or promoting. So if you're dealing with weight loss, obviously you're going to want to target weight loss websites as part of this traffic strategy. So let me talk about what it is and how it works. So it's permission-based pop-ups. So it's not spam, and it's not you're not invading someone's computer without their permission. Basically, you did an exchange. It's like similar to adware. Basically, these networks, PPV networks, bribe users with a bunch of free stuff: games, toolbars, screensavers, things they like to have on their computer. An example is GameVents.com. Now, if you don't want these pop-ups to come up on your computer, you probably shouldn't go to GameVents.com and subscribe to anything. But if you are into games and you like toolbars and you like fun screensavers, then by all means, give it a shot. And maybe you'll see some of our ads. But in exchange for this free stuff that they're getting, the PPV networks have their permission to market to them on our behalf. So essentially, if somebody on a PC visits Amway.com, Ray and Fernie's ad can pop up that says, hey, how to sponsor 107 reps into your business in 60 days or less with one simple website. Do you think that might be intriguing to a struggling Amway rep? I think so, because Ray and I used to be struggling Amway reps. And what this message to me is like, wow, that's awesome. How do I do that? Because I'm tired of doing these home meetings. So that is very targeted marketing. And obviously it results in leads. You don't even need an ad. You simply give them the capture page. So I told you what a capture page was before. Now this is what it looks like so you can see it well, and it's simply a headline that's some benefit that you're going to give them. You tell them to opt in, and that's it. Very simple. So what you need to make this happen is you need a PPV account with one of these networks. You need an offer that converts. We already talked about that, and we're going to tell you in a few minutes, about 10 minutes, our number one offer. Pop-up ad. So we recommend a capture page. So you don't have to use a capture page, but we recommend it because you don't want too many steps. You don't want to add any more steps. Again, simplicity. Don't complicate things if you don't have to. And targets, URLs to pop up on websites you want to target, like Amway.com, and Herbalife, and etc. If you're in the MLM space or sell MLM training, if you don't care about that stuff, there's plenty of other websites in your niche that you can target. Some of the networks that you can use, I mean, take a quick picture with your print screen or with your phone or something. All these networks are available for you to use and drive traffic with. They're all similar, but each of them have their own quirk to it. Now, I will say the network we use most and drive the most traffic from is a network called Traffic Vents. And there's a little asterisk there because it's the highest quality network. It has the highest volume of traffic for PPV traffic, but it also requires 2 referrals and a start budget of $1,000. So obviously they don't want to. They want some serious people on their network. They don't want to dilute the quality of their network. So you need 2 referrals and a 1K budget. Now, if you want to know how you can get a referral from us into Traffic Vans, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Is how you can do that. And we're probably one of very few, if not the only people that can actually give a direct referral without an extra referral. However, you still need to be serious and you still need to have a 1K start budget. And it's something we only do for our personal clients, people that work closely with us. So if you're a freebie seeker and on this webinar and have no interest in working directly with us in a serious fashion, I'm sorry we can't give you access to Traffic Vans. You're going to have to find other referrals. But if you're serious, then stick around to the end of this webinar and we'll talk about how you can get into Traffic Vans. But Lead Impact, excellent network, media traffic, those have awesome traffic. You want to give them a try. Each of them have their own start budget, but it's not as high as $1,000. So for training on PPV, Bing, Facebook, and SEO, we have courses available. We launched these last year called the trafficplaybook.com. If you want to be serious about traffic, these are the courses you should have. And Traffic Playbook right now sells for $9.97. And so if nothing else, we've already exposed you to 2 main resources on building funnels, at least a simple funnel. And now this resource for comprehensive training on traffic is Traffic Playbook. There's no other resource that I can point you to on the internet that can provide you the type of traffic that Traffic Playbook can provide you. Now, if you stick around, again, we'll show you a way how you can get this for free and get an exclusive referral into Traffic Vans, as you'll see. But if you don't care for working closely with us, then I'm telling you straight up, this is what you got to do. You got to study traffic, find a course on traffic, and you got to study funnels, find a course on funnels. So actions for you to take out of this webinar are pretty simple and straightforward, but you need to take them. Remember the agreement in the beginning of this webinar. You're going to do what we tell you to do because it works, and we're not BSing you or anything. We're acting as your mentors, and hopefully you'll take it seriously. Find an offer that's converting. So we can agree on that converting offer is important, and we'll tell you what that's going to be. Focus on learning and mastering traffic. So first things first, focus on learning and mastering traffic. You don't have to master funnels necessarily, but you should master traffic. Create a simple funnel. In today's day and age, it's not as easy as 2006, but it's still pretty easy. Create a simple sales funnel. And again, it's still promoting that converting offer. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't start being the guru and creating your own courses and tell people that you can help them when you're still getting started. Be honest and be real and be their guide to everything you've learned of this webinar can be essentially repurposed in the form of a few newsletters, and you can give people a few tips and be their guide. We don't mind that as long as you're not like just straight up copying our stuff. If you're just simply relaying some lessons from this webinar to people on your list that are your leads, that's fair game. And obviously get leads, money, optimize, and improve. This is constantly an improving process. When we made our first $320, we didn't stop there. We figured out how to grow that thing, how to grow to 500, how to grow to 1,000 per month. So you got to optimize and you got to figure out what's not working, what traffic source is not working, and save yourself that money because it's not, not everything you do with traffic is going to work, and you got to optimize that and improve it. And the last step is your own offer. Once you've done all of the above and have produced some results, develop your own offer. That's fine, because now you're expanding. Now you're moving yourself into the 6-figure and 7-figure range, because all of those 6-figure and 7-figure earners, they do personal branding, and that's when you get to that point. So develop your own offer in the same niche you're in, and redirect your traffic and leads that you were directing to that converting offer, and see how it performs with your own offer, or see how it performs with your business opportunity. I've been on a few calls with a few clients of ours, and they're in various network marketing businesses, a few of them, and they say, oh, well, okay, I want to produce results as quickly as possible. What did I do? And what I tell them is no different from what I just told you throughout this webinar. And it's not drive traffic and generate leads for your MLM, because how they're going to sell the MLM, their MLM probably has crappy capture pages if they have any at all. Their websites are probably not very good in terms of conversion. So that's a variable you don't want to deal with. So first you want to learn traffic, even though your goal ultimately is to drive people to your business opportunity. In the beginning, you need to learn the skills in order to be able to do that effectively. So once you learn traffic and you know that's working and you know how to do that right, then you can start, customize your funnel so that's directing people to your network marketing business. Yes, it's not where you think you need to start, but I'm telling you, you're saving yourself a lot of heartache if you focus on just testing an offer that converts, and not being in such a rush to get people into your biz op, because you're going to be introducing too many variables, and you're not going to know how to sell your biz op and all that stuff. So focus on something that works first, and then direct them to whatever direct sales business you're in. Now, what's working for us right now, and Ray can chime in here because he's knee deep or neck deep in testing for this. The only offer we recommend right now, which will give you the highest probability for success, is Magnetic Sponsoring's new 100% commission partnership program. And it's called Elite Marketing Pro. It launches in 2 weeks, and the price is going to be $2,000. Now, as before, if you want to learn how to get this for free, then you want to stick around for a little bit. But the point is, in 2 weeks, there will be a huge launch for Elite Marketing Pro. And everyone's going to be promoting it. I know everyone's gearing up. Michelle Pisco-Solido, Diane Hockman is already secretly promoting it. And you want to gear up. And what this partnership essentially entails is it's an evolution of a lot of the stuff that's been happening over the past couple of years as it relates to high commission programs. And so Magnetic Sponsoring is rolling out their 100% commission on all Magnetic Sponsoring products. So meaning you get full licensing rights on all the products with co-branding, meaning your picture and name and all those products, and most of those products are right next to Mike Dillard and Tim Irway. So there's full co-branding. You unlock new sales funnels that are exclusive to people that are in Elite Marketing Pro, sales funnels that are being tested right now by Tim Irway, Magnetic Sponsoring's crew, and by us, that we're driving traffic to. There's also multi-channel marketing, meaning any new customers you generate, whether they spend $1 or $1,000, will be followed up with through email, by phone, through direct mail. First and foremost, to let them know that just reassure them that they're in the right place, so that you don't get any refunds, or you minimize refunds. And two is to upsell them on more offers. So this is bonus marketing that you don't have to pay for, and they're going to upsell them on investing more. And it's all included as part of Elite Marketing Pro. So drive traffic to this working offer, whatever through EMP, and then let Magnetic Sponsoring, let the pros, let our mentors, and the kingmaker Tim Irway take care of the conversion from that point on. And they're also providing you a SEO supercharged personal blog. I'm actually working very closely with Matt Christo and Tim Irway to making sure that their blog system is highly leveraged, so that it maximizes SEO, the SEO power that it can produce collectively. And so they'll unveil more about that. I'm actually the first to tell you about that, so I hope they don't get mad at me. It's also going to have a funnel builder, so you can do custom capture pages, funnels for any offer, not just Magnetic Sponsoring products, but any offer. So if you are somebody that's frustrated with the technical stuff that you have to deal with setting up your own website and all that stuff, they're going to have an actual funnel builder, a WYSIWYG, very easy to use, that you can take advantage of. That's going to be included as part of EMP if you want to use their system to create all your offers. And again, isn't just Magnetic Sponsoring offers. Now, why we believe in EMP and why we believe it's the #1 offer that people should be focusing on right now are for a few reasons. And here's why. Plain and simple, it converts. We are driving traffic to this offer right now. Our colleagues are driving traffic to this offer right now. We've tested the EMP offer. We're testing the retail offers, driving traffic to magnetic sponsoring. Imagine that. It's like, this is what sets it apart from other programs. That the products themselves stand on their own, and you can promote them directly, and they convert. And the products have proven retail value. These products have been on sale for over 8 years as strictly retail products, not tied to any 100% commission program or anything. These products were not created to support the opportunity, so it's not positioned as an opportunity. You're buying licensing rights, but you have all the benefits of a biz op without obviously all the maintenance and of running a company. They've produced over $30 million in sales. About half of that has been paid out to affiliates and commissions, and that was when it was 40-50% commissions. Now they're giving you everything as part of their licensing rights program, and we've personally made multiple six figures at 40-50% commissions with these products. So now we're excited. We want to drive as much traffic to it as possible. Ray, can you talk a little bit about some of the testing we're doing? Because this is, I mean, essentially we're working hand in hand with Magnetic Sponsoring to make sure that this is a successful launch in 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely there's the blog platform we talked about. We're definitely going to have some inputs in terms of how to make it more SEO friendly. But beyond that, right now, one of the biggest sources of traffic is coming in from PPV, which we teach inside the traffic playbook. And what actually kind of surprised me is Matt Christo worked with me on getting a page up on Facebook as a Facebook tab. So running Facebook traffic to it, even though I was skeptical at first in terms of getting this approved by Facebook, because they've been pretty uptight in terms of what they approve or disapprove, and surprisingly, they approved this capture page, which is very edgy. It's obviously marketing, which frankly Facebook doesn't like too much apparently. So we're testing Facebook right now as well, and we're also working on getting on Bing, which is the next step. We're getting a lot of leads. I can't tell the exact percentage on conversion. It's definitely solid though. And with the 100, we are basically breaking even and then some using 40% commission before the launch of EMP. So with 100% commission, give us a couple of weeks, I have no doubt we'll be highly profitable, given the leads that are coming through and given the test trial buyers that we already have.
Oh, awesome, man. And I know Diane Hockman, they did a pre-launch for EMP, and Diane Hockman made gobs of money. So did Ray Higdon. So they're excited. This launches in 2 weeks. You can't buy it now, so we're not obviously pitching it to you. We're just telling you it's what we're most excited about right now. And it's looming in a couple weeks. If you want to buy EMP directly in a couple weeks, there's a link right there. You can go to noexcusesummit.com/EMP, get on the waiting list. But we can actually give you early access, and we give it to you for free. And it's part of a special offer we're doing. Now, well, I want to give you permission now. We've laid out the blueprint for you. I can stop this webinar right now, and you know what to do, and you know what courses to study, and now you know what offer that you should be looking forward to promoting. And you can invest in Elite Marketing Pro. It'll cost $2,000 if you pay in full. All the products before are another couple $1,000 in that you can invest in. So you can invest about $4,000 in those basic intro products. But who here, I mean, by show of hands, who would like to learn how to get Elite Marketing Pro, all products mentioned on this webinar, and even attend No Excuses 5 for free, so you can be one of our case studies and testimonials on stage? I mean, of course, yeah, who wouldn't? So a lot of you do, and that's what our workshops that we're doing next month, or starting next month, are about. The Six-Figure Marketing Mastery Workshop is something we do in the fall every year, and we get down and dirty, and everything we talked about during this webinar, we help you produce and then some in a single weekend. Now, I touched on how to build a funnel, very basic, a few traffic tips. We go into incredible detail on every single one of these topics, and we work with you hand in hand, looking over your shoulder in the same room. We keep these groups to maximum 25 people, and we help you accomplish what it takes most new people, and a lot of you on this webinar, because you've been here for a few years, so you know you're like the story of you're the anti-testimonial, meaning you're the person that struggled for the past couple of years, but now you have the opportunity to cut out the struggle, and if you're brand new, you have an opportunity to sidestep that struggle and just get it all done in a single weekend. And here's what it's about. You give us 2.5 days, and by the time you leave, you'll have set up your own automated marketing machine, your own sales funnel, locked and loaded. You'll be driving traffic to your capture page. You'll be generating leads and starting to build your list. Again, this is something that takes people a year, 2 years to do. And they get stuck in technology. We take care of the technology. The technology is not even an issue. The technology is already done by the time you get to the workshop. And you're on your way to becoming our next success story. Our goal is to produce success stories out of these workshops. And with our personal help, we'll help you identify your USP. I identified what a USP was, something unique that you offer the marketplace. We'll take it to the next level. It won't be about you just being a guide. Now we help you position you as an expert, as a credible expert, and out of this workshop, you'll have the results to back up that expert status. Your website will be set up. The system will be set up by the time you even arrive. You can choose to use EMP's system if it's ready by that time, or we'll show you how to set up your own customized website and sales funnel on your own server and set it up so that it's not even an issue. It's not even a worry. Everyone will have it ready and ready to rock by the time you get to the workshop. Capture page creation, we help you how to create your own capture pages. Powerful lead sucking capture pages done. We show you what to offer people on those capture pages so that you can generate those leads and have high conversions. We tell you what that offer is going to be so that the reason people will cough up their info to become a leader for your business. That's the offer that we're going to help you craft. With our personal help, we're going to help you outline your email follow-up sequence. We'll give you fill-in-the-blank proven email templates that you can use. Oops, sorry about that, guys. You'll get sales video fundamentals and done-for-you fill-in-the-blank 25-point sales video and PowerPoint template. Tim Rowe, and I'll talk more about this because this is a huge deal for me because Ray and I, last year, a year and a half ago, produced $30,000 in a single hour using this sales formula that we use in our videos. And when we talked about traffic vans earlier, if you are serious about traffic and you want to get into this private network that we're using and the top marketers are using and not very many other people, then that's what we'll cover during the session as well. Our NDA traffic secrets, we will have you sign an NDA. It's required if you're going to learn what we do for traffic, especially when it involves traffic vans and some of the other stuff we're doing. We're going to give you our step-by-step traffic blueprint and teach you our traffic, and not only teach it to you, have you implement that weekend and have you driving traffic and getting leads. By special request, we'll be shooting videos, questions, have a beer, whatever you want to do. This is your time. So in the evenings after we're done working, we just sit back, relax, talk, get to know each other, and quite honestly become friends. Some of our best friends in our industry have come out as being students from this workshop. Even some business partners and speakers at No Excuses. So our bold promise, and this is very bold, and this takes a lot of guts because no other person in our industry, no other event will do this, is that by day 3, you will be generating traffic. You'll get everything you need to generate a minimum of 50 leads per week in the next 90 days. Now this comes with a caveat. It's provided you take action on everything we ask you to do before the workshop and you come prepared. So this is not some magical thing we're doing. We're not waving pixie dust at you. We're telling you what to do when you're putting you to work so that you come prepared to give you the highest probability for success in that weekend. You will get follow-up strategies to get a minimum of 10% of your leads to invest in a product, service, or opportunity. So we're going to show you how to follow up with those leads you're generating from out of that weekend as well, so that you maximize your results. You will get everything you need to scale your business from that point on. Remember, this is about getting your first success, helping you make your first few hundred or few $1,000s on the internet. Then we show you how to scale and go to 6 figures in the next 12 months after that.
Really quick, I mean, the 2 words you and I toss back and forth quite a bit in our private conversations, Fernando, is the concept of compressing time. And ultimately, what you guys can do, you have 2 choices. I look at it this way. You can do what Fernando and I did when we first got started, which is spend gobs of hours. It took us, what, a year and a half, 2 years plus to make a dent, to actually make profit online. I don't even know how much spent in that amount of time, but a lot of time and money, energy, resources spent. I hate to use the word wasted because we're learning stuff. But, there's a detachment, there's a disconnect.
Ray, you could say we learned some expensive lessons.
Yes. Well, and here's the thing. Beyond just learning, we knew a lot. I mean, we're engineers. We are taught, we are raised, we are educated to learn, and then to absorb. The problem was that the disconnect happened where you can learn a lot and become a genius. Doesn't mean you're good at executing. Doesn't mean you're confident when it comes to execution. And what ultimately we're proposing right now is, rather than spending the next 6 to 18 plus months spinning your wheels, being unsure, being stuck, being overwhelmed, frustrated, join us in one weekend. We've done multiple of these workshops before, so we know exactly what we're doing. We had tons of success stories. Hundreds of students actually have gone through these workshops. So you're not the guinea pigs. That was the first class. So we know exactly what we're doing and feel ultimately confident. That's why we're making these promises. Again, the two choices. You can take the next 6 to 18 months or choose to do it in one weekend. And I guarantee you, if you choose a weekend, the amount you're going to invest in this one weekend will be far less than what you will spend and waste in the 6 to 18 months that would otherwise take you.
Yeah, the thing I do, one person that was, some people are familiar with this offer because we mentioned that at No Excuses, and someone was asking about ROI, and I simply said, by you investing in this workshop, by you investing what it's going to cost, we are saving you money. So remember the lesson. If you listen to your mentors, they will save you money. If you don't listen to them and try to take some shortcut and think you're going to get everything from a $97 ebook, then you're taking another shortcut that's going to cost you more money. And by you investing in this, you are saving money. You are saving time. And those are right now in business, those are the two most precious commodities. So the bottom line is this: when and where. And we're giving people options. The July workshops, July 12th to the 14th, is almost full. Literally, by tomorrow, it can maxed out. We only have a couple spots left. August is also pretty full. A little more space there. We just opened up, or we just announced the date for September. It's going to be in Los Angeles, September 5th to the 8th. We have a handful of people already registered for that one. And so here's the thing. Spots are available. They're extremely limited. We've received, let me think, over 60 applications, and almost 70 over 60 applications to this workshop. And we're rejecting people, guys. We're saying, hey, you're not ready. It's okay. Wait, focus on some of these things first. So we're going to be calling every single one of you. We're going to be talking to every single person that applies to the workshop and making sure you're a fit for what we're doing here. And so spots are filling up fast. We're getting applications daily, every single day, and we're saying, hey, you're not ready, or hey, congratulations, you are in. You're exactly who we're looking for, and we think we can help you become a success story. And so these are the dates. See if any of these fit in your calendar, and make a commitment. Even if we haven't even talked about the investment, but say, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to be at this workshop no matter what. This is the best possibility that Ray and Fernie can possibly give me in order to be successful. I know it's not going to be free. I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take work, but the most important thing is that we're there to hold you accountable. We're there to make sure you do the work. We're there to make sure you come prepared, so that by the time you leave on Sunday, you have the best possible outcome. And that outcome is what we're guaranteeing, that you will have traffic and leads. Which, again, how many people can make that as a guarantee? All right, so the proof is in the pudding. So like Ray said, you're not the guinea pigs. We've done this for about 3 years now. And so those that personally worked with us in this capacity through a workshop and beyond, 65% report making sales, often for the first time in their careers. 38% make more than their investment in the first 6 months. 12% have gone on to replace their jobs and are at or close to 6 figures. Now, these numbers do not take into account the workshop Ray and I recently did in Los Angeles as it relates to traffic. We've merged what these testimonials are, or these results, we've merged that workshop with our traffic workshop and essentially creating one badass workshop that now guarantees what we just said. It guarantees results. And we can feel confident and say we're guaranteeing these results because we've done it. We have testimonials of people. One guy, David Arriaga, first time doing PPV, generated. I think by Sunday he had 72 leads before he left, and by the time he got home, it was over 100 leads. It was in the weight loss niche, and he turned 10 of them into sales for his primary opportunities product. So it's pretty freaking awesome. Real results that are being produced by our clients. And it's David got the results because he came prepared, not because he was any smarter or any savvy than anybody else. So here's a breakdown of where you're going to get so far. I mean, a ton of stuff. This website will be done and set up by the time you get there. Done for you copywriting templates, on-the-spot traffic generation. We already talked about that. And we're also, if you want to hop on Traffic Advance, we will give you an invitation to a referral to Traffic Advance if you want to drive traffic using that resource. You don't have to, but that's available. And only our workshop students get that referral. Done for you sales video template. Our personal help with everything. That's priceless. And we follow up with you and have ongoing webinars and follow up to make sure that you're getting results. And that follow up is about optimizing. Remember we talked about optimizing and improving? That follow up is not about, hey, have you done anything yet? Hey, have you done anything yet? You're doing everything you need to do at that workshop. The follow-up is about making sure you're improving and optimizing. Total value, almost $15,000. But wait, there's more. There's a cheesy line again. You won't have to ever buy another course ever again in your life. You'll get access to our entire magnetic sponsoring product library, as well as our entire SEO Networker, Traffic Playbook, and No Excuses library as well. Every single No Excuses recording, our SEO Networker course that's not available for sale right now, Traffic Playbook and PPV Authority, we already told you about that. Each of those courses are valued at $1,000. Our AMF course, so much available, and all the products that essentially changed our lives. These are Traffic Formula, Black Belt Recruiting, Building on a Budget. These played an instrumental role in our success, and they're included as a bonus.
There's really quick, beyond just, hey, here's a bunch of courses, have fun with it. At our workshop, we actually put all these courses in context. So you know when to read them, what to go through, and the sequence you should go through them. And so beyond just a bunch of courses, actually a library can literally reference. That's what we call the reference library.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually one of our coaching clients in our recent mastermind, he said, all right, Fernie, I got some leads. What do I do now? And all I did was go, watch this presentation from No Excuses, the last 20 minutes. And you'll know what to do with your leads, and how to call them and how to follow up with them. That's what this is for. It's not to have you go through everything all at once and get overwhelmed. We want to eliminate overwhelm. We use it as a reference so that whenever you need it, it's there for you and you know exactly what you need to do. Retail costs, if you bought all these products, which you can buy right now, except for SEO Networker, over $10,000. And this is what I talked about the 7-figure presentation formula. Ray and I used this formula and this PowerPoint template that Tim Morway gave us and used it to make $30,000 in a single hour a year and a half ago. It was our second time implementing this formula. And so Tim invested $10,000 to learn this. And he's essentially handing it over to everyone that's at our workshops. He only does it for people at our workshops. He does this presentation. And what he does is he actually does a walkthrough. He does a fake pitch. He pitches something that's imaginary. And he does the pitch, and then in between he stops and explains what he's doing and why he's doing it while you're taking notes, and then he gives you the template so that you can do it yourself. And so he's training you on how to do an effective sales presentation through webinar, whether it's a live presentation on stage, whatever it is. This is included as a bonus as well, and you get to have Tim Morway actually walk you through it personally. Huge, massive value here. So breakdown is pretty ridiculous. I'm gonna just keep kicking here because it is bordering on the ridiculous now. Almost $28,000 in products, real retail value. You can go buy this, some of this stuff separately. Some of the stuff you can't buy at all. So enormous value, we're only asking for a risk-free investment, not 15, 12, $9.97. but it's by application only. And if you take action now, remember what I said about helping you make your first $25,000. Our goal with this workshop is to have you make your first $25,000. And so here's our deal. Our agreement with you is we'll cut the price to $4,997, and the other $5,000 you can pay us when you've made your first 25K. And it's a real goal, and we've taken people to those heights. Tim Irway is Mike Dillard's original mentor. He's a mentor of many people in this industry. His course, Unknown Traffic Formula, is responsible for systems like My Lead System Pro, Carbon Copy Pro, even Empower Network, and all these other programs. They're all fundamentally based on what Tim Irway founded and created back in 2006, which we followed. You know, it's funny. Tim is the kingmaker, and he's proved it time and time again. And so he's made that promise. That's why we cut that price to this workshop. And you can go apply right now. We're not accepting any money right now. We want to see if this is a fit for you. NoExcuseSummit.com/workshop. Now, if you want to lock in a spot and you know this is for you and you know this is it, you can choose to leave a deposit so that you don't lose any spots, so that you can lock in. If you want to come for July for one of our last few spots, you can submit a small deposit of $500, lock in your spot, and if we determine it's for you, then we work out a payment arrangement for the other stuff. Or if it turns out it's not for you, we just refund you your deposit and it's done. And you get 30 minutes on the phone with us where we give you some guidance on what you need to do next. So either way, you can't lose. I mean, you apply and you don't get accepted and you get 30 minutes of consulting with us. It's pretty awesome. So that's it. We're going to defer 5K until you make your first 25K in profit. So like I said, no money is collected today unless you want to absolutely lock in your spot. You'll be the first. You'll be interviewed by Ray, Fernie, or Tim, and see if this opportunity is right for you. We don't want to accept anyone that we don't feel we can help be successful. And like I said, I was talking about how you get EMP for free. This is it. Only for people on this webinar, you'll get upgraded to Elite Marketing Pro. This is a real retail value or retail price of $2,000. And if you don't believe me, and if you want to take the risk and wait 2 weeks when this launches, then you can do that. 100% commissions on all magnetic sponsoring products, brand new sales funnels no one else in the industry has access to, follow-up marketing that you don't have to pay for, SEO supercharged personal blog, a funnel builder in case you don't want to use optimized press or anything. It's all built in, and you can promote any offer with that funnel builder. It's a $10,000 value, but it's going to retail for $2,000 in about 2 weeks. I'd say jump on this because this alone for me is worth it. Thinking back of what initially created our first success and how we made our first 5 figures online, it was a magnetic sponsoring at 40% commissions. Now you have the opportunity to run at 100% and essentially be a partner for magnetic and turn this into a badass opportunity for you. We'll also upgrade you to No Excuses Ambassador for No Excuses 5, meaning you'll get 2 tickets for No Excuses, upgraded commission levels so that you can earn up to $17,000 in commission per person that attends that event. Meaning next year you can refer other people to this exact same workshop and get paid commissions on it. And so all recordings, all No Excuses events are included as well, so you don't have to worry about getting No Excuses 5 recordings. $10,000 value included as well. The breakdown is now on the crazy ridiculous. I think this is done. I don't think we have any more offers, but it's pretty bold. We're giving you a ton of stuff. If you bought it retail, you're paying 10 times fold the price. And NoExcuseSummit.com/workshop. Real value. Submit your application today. Only $4,997. We defer the other 5K for whenever you earn your first 25K in profit. You can submit your application at NoExcusesSummit.com/workshop. Now, Ray, at this point, I'll take a few quick questions. If not, I'm pretty much done. Do you see any questions?
Yeah, it's enabled. I have to bounce, Fernando.
Yeah.
Can you go and take over and wrap this up for us?
Sure, man.
Awesome, good job. By the way, guys, it's a ridiculous offer. Like I said, we wouldn't be sitting here telling you this amazing offer, and making all these promises if we haven't done this before already. So anyway, I gotta go. There's actually questions. Can you see them, Fernando? What are the dates again?
Yeah, I see that one.
Cool. So you guys take care, and we'll catch up soon. Bye-bye.
All right, the dates are, let me move the slide so that I show the dates again. Awesome, guys. We ran a little long, but I hope it was worth it. Here we go. All right, the dates are July 12th to the 14th, August 22nd to the 25th, and September, we just opened this one, September 5th to the 8th. The second event is going to be in Orlando, Florida for people on the East Coast, and the other two events are in Los Angeles. How exactly, someone's asking, how exactly do I contact my Bing rep? That's pretty simple. When you have your account, you can go to contact us or help, and they're pretty open to calls. Like I said, they need the money. They're looking to try to compete. Is magnetic sponsoring still a converting offer? Absolutely. It's actually, like Ray said, when he was 40%, we were driving traffic to the PPV and profiting a little bit or just breaking even. So that was at 40%. Now we're at 100% commission. We're earning 100% commission. So obviously that's not an issue anymore. So converting offer, absolutely. So the retail, so now you're talking about the retail offer. Magnetic sponsoring is a retail product. You have the opportunity with EMP to promote either the EMP membership to get people to become 100% commission affiliates, or you can promote the retail products. This is what's unique about this versus other programs. Other programs, it's almost impossible to try to retail the products because the products are so closely tied to the opportunity. You can directly promote through retail, promote all the retail products and be profitable. And most of them are converting offers. I won't lie, a few of them probably need some work, but magnetic sponsoring, the primary offer, absolutely. What if we don't have a product or service to promote? What will we offer you your work on be geared towards? Oh man, if you don't have something to promote, basically we're going to point you to promote EMP. Right now, I've talked to every single person that's applied and been accepted to the workshop. About 40 to 50% of them are promoting the EMP offer, meaning Elite Marketing Pro. So they're gearing up for that launch. And they're also promoting the retail products at 100% commission. So I hope that helps, man. So start there. Like I said, don't worry if you don't have anything to promote. That's your easiest way. If you put in a $500 deposit but have to talk to family, and if we cannot afford it, yes, the deposit can be returned. So we will refund the deposit if for whatever reason you can't go, or for whatever reason we don't accept you. Yes, it is refundable. So it's literally no risk. When it's not a closing call, we're not going to have high pressure close you. We want to know if this is a fit for you. And anyone that's been on the phone with us, can definitely say we're looking out for your best interest to make sure this is a win-win situation. Can we go back to the workshop or do what we have to leave in place for new people? Oliver Gills, can we go back to the workshop or do we have to leave the place for new people? Oliver, send us if you're already applied to the workshop, send us an email and we can work it out. If you want to attend another workshop, obviously there's some tangible costs that we have to deal with. But you'll only need to go to it once, and also you'll get the recordings for it. So we're recording the workshop. So if you need to review the stuff again, then that's cool. Wade Bird, for that question about pricing and being VIP for no excuses, shoot us an email. We may be able to work something out for you. If that's still what you want to do. Danielle is asking about what's deferred out. What's deferred out is $5K, meaning the original price is $997, $10K. We defer $5K, meaning you only have to pay us more $997 for this workshop, and it's on the honor system. If you ever produce $25K and you don't tell us about it, then you don't tell us about it, and that's pretty much it. So that part is on the honor system, but we know you'll do it. We know if you have that success, which I know you will if you commit yourself to your business, then we'll obviously we can work that out. If we help you make 25K and we ask for 5, then I say that's a fair deal. More than likely to be able to cover the costs within the first 30 to 60 days, assuming work's getting done, action taken. Is there a payment plan? Janice, there is a payment plan we can work out as far as the workshop goes. By the time you arrive to the workshop, you do have to be paid in full. But between now and then, especially September, you have a few months to figure that out, and we can stretch out payments if you absolutely have to. What if I'm already signed up with EMP under another person? Janice, let us know. We also have a special offer for current EMP members if that's your situation. And I guarantee we'll give you more value if you're already an EMP member because we want to reward you for your investment. So fill out an application, and then we'll set up a time to talk, and we'll figure out those details. Oliver saying, can we go to 3 of them? Well, let's work it out. We want to first focus on new people, but like I said, Oliver, we want to make sure that you only have to go to 1. I was on the last webinar you guys had. I didn't get to submit my application last time, but Danielle, submit your application now. We'll work it out. Just, we'll work out the details. You're going to talk to us on the phone directly. It's not going to be through customer support or anything. You're talking to Ray, Fernie, and Tim. So we'll work that out, and we'll make this work for you if you were on the last webinar. Can you offer ESP only or not have an MLM to refer people? Oh, okay. Someone's asking if we need to offer EMP only or can they promote an MLM offer. Like I said early on this webinar, first you want to focus on something that converts. So I recommend starting with EMP first to drive traffic to test, to see if you're doing the traffic right. If you don't drive traffic to something that's converting, you don't know if you're doing it right or wrong. So first figure out if the traffic is working. Once you do that, and once you're comfortable driving traffic, then phase 2 is to create a custom offer to promote your network marketing business or direct sales or anything else you want to promote. So this is, again, this is the part of where I'm telling you something you may not necessarily want to hear. Every other marketer will tell you can promote anything you want, but all that's doing is prolonging your success because, prolonging your struggle because you're not doing things step by step. So first focus on traffic, drive it to something that works, and then get to work. Hello, great information. You're welcome. How can we contact you after I have submitted my application and deposit? Ebony, I actually personally emailed you because I know you submitted an application, so I'll try again to email you so we can schedule that. So I'm sorry we missed each other there, but I do remember you because I personally sent you an email to schedule that. So I'll reach out to you again. The Lead Pro we get as a bonus for first year or lifetime. That's a great question, bud. You're getting it for the first year. So each year it's $2,000. So you're getting it for the first year. Is the workshop in a hotel? Yes, the workshop is a hotel. We work out the best rate possible. It's not like No Excuses where it's a big fancy hotel or anything. We keep it small and intimate. The Los Angeles workshop will actually be at a hotel in Pasadena. We're working out those details so we can get it to you and give you a great rate on your hotel stay as well, and also make it easy for you to go to and from the airport. Do you believe it's possible to earn money needed for the workshop via FB Post Magic between now and time for the workshop? If so, can you help me do that? I want to take advantage of all this, but I'm a college student and I don't have the money yet. Daniel, you can try. It's possible, but again, I don't have a specific formula for you to earn $5,000. We were able to earn $7,000 through FB Post Magic because obviously we have an audience already. For me, when I without sending a single email, I made a couple $1,000s through Facebook using that tool. I can't promise the same results for you, unfortunately. So you have to figure it out. Submit an application, and we'll figure it out, and we'll help you come up with a strategy. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You've lost nothing by applying. Ebony, shoot us an email at mysupport@noexcusessummit.com. I know you submitted an application. mysupport@noexcusessummit.com, and it'll be referred to me, and I'll personally email you. Will there be a replay for this presentation? Absolutely. Yes, there will be. We'll post it. If you are totally new, can we attend this workshop? Yes, you can. Your success with this workshop has nothing to do with experience and has more to do with your mindset. If you are determined, if you are committed, and you don't use any excuses for your lack of success, and you want to make this work, then that's the mindset we're looking for. We've had people start from absolute zero, absolute beginner, never built a website and had great success. And we've had people come to the workshop that had experience and produced nothing. Why? It's all a matter of mindset. So if you believe you're in the proper mental state and frame of mind for success, then you will be successful. And if you need help with that, we will tell you what it takes to be in that state of mind, so you can be successful. All right, so there's a bunch of questions, a flurry of questions. I think that's pretty much it. Unless anything comes in within the next 5 seconds, I'm pretty much calling it a night, guys. EMP alone is worth this stuff. All the products I mentioned earlier in this webinar is worth it. On top of our entire library, on top of the No Excuses ambassadorship and being able to come to No Excuses next year. So much value. Here's the link again. Go to noexcusesummit.com/workshop and submit your application. And if you qualify, then we'll talk about making payment arrangements or whatever you need to work out financially in order to make this possible for you. We'll work it out and guarantee it'll be an awesome experience and have us personally help you in a hands-on way get your business going and get your first results. We'll talk soon. Have a great evening, everybody. Take care.